Hello, it's Wild once again. Doing some more art. I actually got scared there for a second because I couldn't find my pen. Like, I have a pen for the art, but I could not find it. I could not find it at all. Also, I don't know why Windows makes that noise every time I'm doing this, but so I was rushing trying to find it as the countdown was going. Like, no, my pen! But I found it. I got it. I got my pen. Let's open up Krita. And actually have Krita show up. Sometimes it has an issue with that too. Krita? Don't know why, but it does. But how are you all? Hope you're doing well. I'm a Wild. I don't know. Is it not open? I am Epe again. Well, time to take a nap then. Nappy time. Okay, there's the old promo which I did earlier. Yeah. So I'm okay though. I am okay. I'm ready to start a new drawing today. Start more practice and do the best I can. Because I'm not a pro. I'm definitely not a pro. I am busy just doing the best I can with what I have, and I will be okay. I will be okay. So I've been using this sort of guide to see what we're doing next. I do feel like at some point, maybe after I finish the first week of just getting used to drawing on a tablet like this, I will actually start making, because most of the drawings I'm doing are drawing by reference. One of the things I definitely probably will do at one point is drawing by memory. Like, just basically try to imagine something and try to draw it, which, you know, I probably will be bad. I'm going to tell you that. It's probably going to be bad. But the important part is not to get hung up too much on that and rather just have fun with it. Because otherwise, you'll never make any progress. You'll always just be doing what you're doing for no reason whatsoever. I'm going to just launch some stuff over here. Oops. Stuff in the background for a second. Well, I am not set. We'll mute this as well. Bam. There you go. Okay. So now I'm ready. Let's bring out tablet. References are totally fine, don't worry. That's true. But if I want to learn, I gotta learn to do other things as well. I'm gonna learn to draw without always having to reference everything. At least that's one of the things that's one of my goals, I guess. One of my tiny little goals as a tiny little amateur artist, I guess. Okay. Let me grab my water as well. Crisp. Okay, well, yesterday we did a lot of lines, and then we did egg. So I thought we would look at what the next part is, which I think it's telling me to find a produce, which I already have grabbed because I did pre-read it. But let me just quickly confirm. That's not showing anything. Just an onion. Level 2 drawing exercises, because we did the egg last. Now that you've gotten your digital feet wet, it's time to try working on a bit more representational. Next few exercises will help you develop your digital drawing ability further. Draw a piece of produce from life. So here it shows an onion. I mean, I do have an onion, but I just don't want to pull out an onion because it gets messy. It's a very messy produce. So I'm going to make a mandarin, which I do have right in front of me. Tiny, delicious, delectable mandarin. Nom 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 nom. Guess I don't really know. We'll just go with a predetermined. Feels huge, doesn't it? Is an A4 smaller? And I don't know any of what these basically mean. The width here is smaller. We can change the canvas size. Great. Alright, here's our canvas. So, let me pull out. I guess I gotta choose a direction for this mandarin I have in my hands right now. Kind of beat up. Very tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand. That's how small it is. So, probably don't need the entirety of this canvas. Probably a corner of it should be fine. Right, so we're gonna lock it into place. It won't be moved anymore. And we're gonna draw it as we see it. First things first. Gotta do pen. Okay. How do I see this shape? Well, it's already one of the worst shapes I've ever had to draw, which is a somewhat of an oval, but we're gonna draw it with the technique that I've been doing so far. Also, I have to be in black. That is to just make small line. This is a pretty basic shape. Now, it does have a tiny little bit of oh, that's too close. That's too far, sorry. Tiny bit there. No, it looks like a tomato more than anything. Now it has a lot of little dots, because that's kind of like the skin of a tangerine is. But I guess a mandarin and tangerine, similar things. Has a bit of a... no. A little bit of a blackish dent. Another one over here. Kind of radiate. I'm just saying I can't really see the other ones. There's a bit of a shadow. A bit of a dent here. That's mostly it. Now there's a bit more shadow here. Not uniform, like the shadow doesn't actually connect with that. It just kind of separates. This part is pretty dark. All of this is actually kind of... It's actually a bright spot. The opposite of a dark spot. Same with here, because of the natural lighting that my room is providing. I feel like this is incorrect. Need to fix that a little bit. No, doesn't look as good though. Let's zoom in. It's a Mandarin. What it's missing a lot of is the dots, but I feel like that's not something you do in sketching. But I suppose, obviously, if it would feel more like it, there'd be a lot of dots. Like that, I guess. Again, a Mandarin is kind of hard to do in in 2D or without any coloration. Does that make it look more orangey like? Definitely once you give it coloration, it will see better. All I'm doing is tapping repeatedly on my tablet. Tiny little tablet, and it's giving it this sort of kind of little dots. Again, I'm not particularly sold by this Mandarin. Mostly because the shading probably is done in the same layer as the sketching. I don't know, this this is some irradiated tomato now. An irradiated tomato. Let's do lines. We'll make it a thin line. Tell me, DF, how do you do good straight lines? Every time I do any line, it just kind of makes it seem... It always ends up with this. And I can't really do curve without it basically just doing a wavy, all this waviness. Tomato. The general consensus is that you just basically do lines like this, and then you just erase. With Krita or whatever, with a tablet, I guess, with pen and pencil or whatever. Needs check. You don't know your own process. There I would probably just erase the lines, eh? Need to check what you did create for line. Fair enough. Definitely, because I'm using my wrist rather than my arm. If I do one swift motion, it's a lot cleaner, but it's a lot less accurate. Assume that those are the correct lines. What if we erase them? Hello, Will. How you doing? Trying to figure out how to do these. So, like, I can do these lines if I do them in one swift motion, but they're not accurate. So instead, what I'm doing is just editing over them and deleting the deleting the things of the line that are not too good. But today, I would make it a little. I pulled out a mandarin. Pull out a tangerine, and that's what we're drawing. To begin with, small little startup. But how are you doing on this fine Tuesday? Some of that. What is your project for today, Mr. Oh, Miss? I mean, I feel like Mr. would be correct. What's your project for today? You use your lines on a mouse? Oh my god. You're mad. What I'll do here is, I guess, erase this and then try to fix it. Doing a little curve between the line. Taking it slow does help. I don't know. Taking it slow works for some. Whoops. Not erase. Not undo my erase. Undo that erase. I don't need that one. Okay, so close up. Can do that. Gives it a bit of an angle, but I can fix it. Maybe not. Erasing and redrawing isn't a bad idea. Well, that's what I'm trying. Okay, if my lines aren't perfect. Another exercise I kind of saw that I want to try out is the lines and boxes exercise. Definitely gotta erase. Oh. You're too big now. That one's fine. This one not so much. Oh, you got banned. Did anybody see that person that got banned? Or was it immediate? Harry's on the case. Sari's on the case. No bots in my system. There was actually a day in which one of the bots kind of was able to make a post, and I was like, whoa, Sari bot, you failed. Not very common. Not very common of you. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, well there's our body of our mandarin. There's a line work for just accidentally erased. That's the simplicity of a mandarin, I guess. Really does not have many shapes. It has a lot of shading, which I guess is what I'm doing now. I'm gonna do a lot of shading on this thing. It does have a lot of pips, but like, I feel like pips are just shading, a different kind of shading on its own color. So let's make a new layer. Put it below it. Select. It's coloring time, yeah. Again, the shape is not necessarily a very complex one. Now let's look for an orange that kind of fits this one that I have here. Good on this. And it feels right. Like a green, sort of a yellowish green. Then we will draw, but not on the same paint layer. Don't know about that one. Alright, I will say, the more I look at this, it does in fact look like a tomato. It certainly does have that appeal of like, oh, this is a tomato, but no, it's not. It's not a tomato. Not tomato at all. It's an orange tomato. It's not! Not an orange tomato at all. Okay. Let's draw the light parts first. So from where I'm looking at it, let's put the sketch first. Let's lower the opacity. Opacity. So here, about around this angle, in which I see a bit of a light. All of this is kind of mixed. So the angle that I'm seeing orange at. Well, this is light. Another speck of light here. I got an email. That's it. There's no more light. Nothing that actually is brighter than the orange. Maybe the top. A lot of darker areas than the orange. This is the orange color. Make a new layer. this a little bigger. Make it darker, you can veer into red. While keeping the colors vibrant. So you would move here instead. Like that? Or would you still keep the sort of... Yeah. Okay. I'll take your advice. You are much more knowledgeable than I am. Oh, I could probably take this off. Not really showing anything in there. What does the tomato look caked up? Hey, this tomato, which is not a tomato. This is this is a mandarin. The mandarin. Not caked up. Doo-doo-doo. Get some shading. I feel like I need to be smaller. I'll probably need to zoom in there. Oh, we're gonna get an ad. Stick up. Well, certainly is a mandarin. Maybe. For me, kind of. As far as I see this, it goes here, and then darkness just kind of disappears. Another main thing I want to do in here is, how do I shade the pips? Because obviously this is very flat, and then Mandarin isn't flat. It has a lot of indentation. So maybe take black, lower the opacity, just start going ham. Start going like this. Does it give the impression that it's basically divots in this? Oh, maybe I have to change the layer. Maybe it can't be a normal. Overlay, multiply. Multiply doesn't seem to do anything. Darken doesn't. Color dodge just erases it. Color just did nothing there. Burn and twitching does not. I don't know. Take away this. Maybe I need to lower or make it a little. You make one big thing. Now they're not as in focus, I guess. I don't know. Let's go back to the color. That's on the wrong layer. What happened to this? Is it all blurry? What happened? I like blurred the orange completely. Like the sort of shades is no longer. The one thing that happens is if I do shading like this. If you're unsatisfied with the flat colors, the highlights, or the shading, you can press the little square icon next to a layer. It changes what's already in the layer. Sorry, you're referring to here? I'm kind of covering it, but press the little square icon. Next thing to an A. Okay, so something like this. So what does that do? Right now I locked the layer that has this. I sweat. Right now I'm... Doesn't seem like it does anything. Does it lock the paint? Allows you to change the color, essentially. Okay. Without bleeding on the rest of the bucket too. Doesn't seem to do it. Oh, it's doing something over here. Oh. What the? Okay. Now it's changed to black. Change it to gray. Doing something. Didn't do anything. Huh. You can put your brush on it. So sweeping over it with my brush. Oh wait, I did this again. Oh, okay. It changes only the things that I've marked. Okay. That's cool. That's good to know. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that for a bit. How big am I in the canvas? This big. 7,000 by 4,000, I guess. Alright, DF, you have a good rest. Gee. The big canvas. Yeah, well that's cool. The fact that I can change the coloring like that. I'll be like, aha, I don't like this. I don't like this. And recolor it. Nice. Yeah, no worries. I locked it. If I lock this, that's so useful. That's very useful. Have a nice rest there, dear. Oh yeah, I have to lock it. Lock the shade. That's cool. You can really make it pop out. Look at that shade. The bad. Wait. I have an idea. No, wait. It's a tomato now. Congratulations. We made a tomato. This tomato does not look good. Do not eat this tomato. Okay. Now let's undo some of that. Okay, well that's pretty useful. I'll definitely keep in mind. Thank you, Will, for giving me that. I feel like I would have probably been redrawing a lot of things. Probably that's better. The last time when I did the shading, I probably could do that next time rather than having to recolor the entirety of the layer if I don't like the shading. Oh, wrong layer for this. One new tool every day, trust. Well, I appreciate I have someone like you giving me some inspiration and some help. Oh, I'm in the wrong layer again. Weird. There's a color swatched. If you don't mind asking, why did you use the entire selection? Oh. Why did you use the entire selection tool on the entire canvas? I don't know. It just sort of is, I guess. I have to Control Shift A. There. It sort of was. I guess I did Control A at some point and selected everything. Fair enough. It wasn't affecting me in any way. It was not. Why am I not drawing? Oh, because I'm locked. Can't draw while I'm locked. Okay. Let's go back. Are you gonna stick for blur for shading? It's one type of shading I'm trying out. Blur seems to work well when it comes to meshing colors, but it does make it seem like it loses some charm. Like obviously this sort of drawing, like I'll copy this and do two shading exercises. One for it, one that uses this and one that doesn't use it, and then I'll compare them both. Though I don't exactly know how I'm gonna shade these little dots. Because if I try to shade them, kind of just blur out. Just completely disappear. Still there, I guess, but very pale. May just have to redo that layer. I'm gonna do it in black, and what I'm gonna do is try to fade it. Gonna do a lot of these again. And then we'll try to blur them. Before I did them with the low opacity, so it wasn't quite working there. You have an idea for the dots colors? Sure, you can give me a suggestion, I suppose. Will not say no. I'm gonna try this. And then I'm gonna blur past it. Kinda just smudges it. Yeah, that doesn't work for it. Definitely does not like that. Essentially, it would be a color pick to orange mains colors, then going into red a bit without making the color darker. Putting an under highlight layer. Essentially shadow spot. So take this, go to orange, take it to red, and then draw on top of it. But a deeper red, yes. Gotta find the sweet spot. I think that one's closer. Ooh. Again, definitely is not a visual representation of what I'm seeing of the Mandarin over here. The Mandarin itself doesn't really have these dots everywhere. But it does work for the sort of aspect of thing. Then if I lower the opacity of the layer, I do realize this Mandarin does look a little weird. Definitely an odd shape. I'm gonna say that. Kinda happy. Well, actually, there's one thing I have to. This layer. I need to make this darker. That'll be a quick button for this. Many times in which I want to switch colors, but I... That may be too big, but that's dark. And then we fade. Not gonna lie, forgot about the stem. The tiny little detail, I would imagine. Probably because it's not really a shading, rather just actual line work. Like leaves. Oh, there's just this big dot. Sort of like. I mean, this looks one big juicy orange. Yeah, it's supposed to be a tiny Mandarin, but it did not convey that very well. You get very close to this. I don't know how good it will look. I feel like this does not work. Guess you just erase that. A big erase. Maybe. Oh, you can actually change the stuff. That does not do it. That it resets. I never use these tools. Never use them. From a distance is not bad. As soon as you get a little closer, it's a little off. But like maybe this has to be a little smaller. I do wonder how your drawings will turn. I still don't think I'll be that much better. I'll be maybe a little more confident. But I still don't think you'd expect anything out of this world there, buddy. No artist is made in 30 days. But I appreciate it. Appreciate your confidence. Alright. We'll call that one done. So now we're gonna do again, but now we are just going to do the best we can. So let me group all of this. I'm gonna redo another orange. This time I'm not even gonna look at the other one. So I'm gonna move the entirety of this layer somewhere here. You're gonna see how different I draw the same exact orange. You define your community, I shall become new Picasso. Well, not defying it. I don't want to disappoint you there, buddy. Don't, no. Okay, this one's gone. Oh, we should probably have a bunch of that. Oh, these are the dots. I think those are the sketch dots. We're good, okay. So we have one mandarin there. Let's make another one. This time, we're not gonna use any of the previous shading. I'm gonna redraw it again. Be faster at it, maybe? And for flat shading? Yeah. That's the hope. There's the mandarin. Again, drawing a shape like this, not a problem. It's doing the line work of a shape like it. Not as easy. I was asking DF earlier how effectively you get to draw these lines without like doing these sort of curves, but this time around I think I'm just gonna, in comparison to the other one, I'm just gonna draw that, and hell be damned, well, it kind of missed it, huh? Then we will erase. Oh, I'm using green. Oh well, not a big deal. Sure, you can provide. You can try to provide the exercise. You would think it would help. Erase this. Collider for when your node will be hit with color theory. Color theory? That's how you make colors. Blue plus yellow makes green. That's why I just keep the same green I've been using. Oh, we're gonna hit by an ad in about a minute. The exercise would eventually be trying to shade the part of the orange without touching the triangle. Is using the color wheel. So you keep it in the same luminosity then? Keep it at the same luminosity or contrast? And then just basically change it based on the coloration? I mean, sure, I can try it. Not sure how good it will be. I am allowed to change it from the original spot, right? Doesn't have to be on this one specifically. I feel like this knob is a lot different than the previous one. You make a great tomato. You mean orange? Alright. Alright, so let's be somewhere over here. Maybe a little more vibrant. We'll use this as the coloration for our tomato. Sorry, I mean orange. Orange! Mandarin! Not tomato. Oh Lord. Okay, so I can't change the color wheel. Oh, sorry, I can't change the triangle. think I accidentally selected everything. Oh, I painted on the layer. Damn it. Except for green, because green is an awkward color. Why is green an awkward color? Orange is a weird color. It turns to brown the more darker you get. Brown doesn't exist on the color wheel unless you turn orange black. Orange is a weird color. Or maybe we consider brown to be a weird color because it's technically orange, but darker. Darker sibling of orange. Reddish shading dress. There we have a little nub. To the top. Okay. No, I did it again. Lock this layer. This layer cannot be touched. Let's make a new layer. And we are going to be coloring. Shading. Let's check what orange this was. Okay. And amusingly, because the time of day has passed a bit, the lighting has actually changed a bit of my Mandarin. Because although I do have some natural light or some lighting from here, the majority of the lighting that's actually coming to light this Mandarin is from natural lighting. But that's okay. We will do the best we can. Okay, so make it darker by making it like that. We didn't shade, or we didn't like actually sketch the shadow this time, so we're just gonna eyeball it. The darkest part is actually it's pretty dark. Funny dark spot over there. Now, that is closer to this tangerine. This tangerine has turned yellow now. So future, if you do not use reference, you should ask yourself, why does a shadow and highlight go where? I mean, if I was looking for a focal point, or like for a light source, assuming the problem right now is that based on the reference that I'm using, there's two light sources. One is from above, so it's kind of giving rays of light this way. But the orange itself has parts that are not necessarily where shadow is connecting, but rather it itself is darker in certain areas, which is hard to convey in a sort of object. If I basically was doing shadow, like basic shadowing here, this is what I would call the shadow. This is what I would call the darkness of the orange itself. Like the rind is darker. The specific angles, how you look at it. Like if I turn the orange, if I turn the mandarin, these basically stay dark. These are dark regardless. These spots right here, these are dark regardless of how much I flip this mandarin around. This light source changes. This light source changes. This is a dark spot on the thing as well. This is the shadow. The actual dark shadow would be the other side of where I'm looking, because the light is basically coming from this angle and this angle, which is eliminating all shadows from here. That's just what I'm seeing here. If I instead wanted to make an orange, a mandarin from reference, maybe you shouldn't try to complex the complexity. Since it's more of a circle, you could try to shade it like a sphere and shape the complexity. Okay, well, I'm shaping. Let me erase. Erasing. So this is the flatness. If I want to make this dark, and assuming that I am having light come from the top, I would do this. This is how I would do it. The issue is hard to convey in 3D, I guess. That's the shadow. So I'm assuming that the light's coming from up here. The shadow is underneath it. Then this is so small that it wouldn't have a shadow. And then I would have light. Have light shape that bounces off the side, and then another light shape that bounces here. As far as I'm using the reference here. But if I'm not using the reference, would it not be something like that, because it's basically following sort of shape and it's coming from above? But all of this would be bright, wouldn't it? Something like that. Would that not be a very simplistic way of showing that this is a highlight of the light that's coming up? That's a shadow of it? It is. So assuming that this is that, I change that. Now I gotta pick a darker version, something. Oh, I did it on the same layer. Oh no, wait, I did not. Lower this to here, below the shadow. Now we're gonna Try to draw natural. The issue that I have with it is trying to complex that it's a round shape. Because right now it's very flat, right? It's very 2D. But I guess doing 3-dimensional wouldn't be easy. Like a little spider. You can make guidelines to make an overlay. Oops. Well, there's one and the other. Definitely would need to make the pips still. So in this case, it would be lowering the opacity of this. Depends on how much you... Definitely not very noticeable in the dark part, but that's actually very noticeable here as well. In which basically as soon as the crease reaches the dark, the shadowing on this mandarin I see here, it just disappears. It's gone. No more. It certainly is a different kind of look. Let's do the pips and then I'll call this mandarin done and I'll move to another thing to do. This is going from the top to the bottom because it looks like a pumpkin. It does it a little bit, doesn't it? Why have you turned into a pumpkin? Are you a jack-o'-lantern? Are you... If I do a little... Still doing your rule of not changing the color. It's a jack-o'-lantern. Bit late for Halloween. Yeah, this pumpkin is dead. Pumpkin is not doing so hot. It's rotted. It's interesting to think that most of the jack-o'-lanterns are always triangle shaped in some way. That mouth doesn't work. I think my pen is a bit too wide. Or a smaller one. There's a jack-o'-lantern face. No others do, but to check, like shading, I like to squint my eyes and see if the colors look great together. The highlight is a bit yellow in my opinion. At least in this example. But if I make it too dark, it stops becoming a highlight. The dark also. That's even dark. As long as it pops out, it's like pops out. It's just not too happy with the shape. I'm gonna leave that one there. It's no longer. It stopped being a mandarin. It's now a. Did I lose connection there for a second? No, it seems like I'm fine. Weird. I got a notification from Windows of all things telling me, "Hey, your Windows or your OBS disconnected." I'm like, what? No. Alright, well, I'm gonna draw a Pokemon. Because I have a Pokemon toy right here. See how well that goes. We drawing a Pokemon. See if you can figure out what it is as I draw it. Oh, Twitch went down. Is it still down? Oh, it's back up. All good. Yeah, it did seem like it disconnected there for a second. I don't know why. I did get a notification that, well, it did tell me it went down, but luckily it's back up. Alright, I was gonna say, try to figure out what Pokemon I'm drawing as I'm drawing it. And I'm drawing a toy of it, because I have it present right here. It's not a very complex toy, I don't think, but we'll see. I'm using the same canvas, by the way. Not move away from this. Let's group all these layers up. Group. Make a new layer. Oh, I made a new group. That's cheating. You got the same egg I already had. Cheater, I'm gonna have to subtract that egg from you, you cheater. Stole another egg. You sure did. Eat. We'll put those pumpkins there, that's not a big deal. My egg, you had a chance. You had a chance, but Idiot Box somehow always is there, grabbing all the eggs at all times. He's an egg nabber. An egg thief. Oh, we're under an ad again. Can I? Can't snooze it. Never mind. See you all in a sec. I'll be camping 20 minutes before stream. Good luck. This guy has never failed to grab one of the eggs as soon as he tries to arrive to stream, so good luck with that. Okay, let's draw this shape. Have that. Go down. Go down. And you just go like that. Got a bit of spiky tail. Got a second spiky tail. Can you tell what this is already? You'll never beat me. I feel like it's kind of low. Maybe I need to move it up. Head is not right, so I need to fix it. Let me do a second version of it. Silhouette. Second one. Start again with this. Down. Little second one here that I did not draw the first time. Down. Then there's a lot of little legs here. It only has 4 little legs. Back up. Any little spikes? Got butt spikes and I don't know why. Guy's a spiky butt. And he has a horn. Then perspective makes me draw another horn here. Ready, this is horns, more horns. And his big ass head again. We fix it. Now obviously there's a crease here. That's where he's turning. He's got sort of lower section here that kind of separates top and bottom. But his main defining feature, I'm pretty sure, is this. Got one big eye. One big eyeball here. Then he goes up. Does a little kiss. And it goes behind the horn. Little line here kind of separates this. A little bit of that. Oh, a little arm here that I missed. And he technically has one here too. Caterpie? This is not Caterpie. It is a bug Pokemon, I won't lie that. Got a little thing here. Love this little guy. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you think this is in any way an accurate representation of this creature. It's lost all its cuteness, I'll tell you that. The way that I'm drawing it, lost all its cuteness. More of a monster now. Got a butt leg. That's kind of it. There's not much more to this. These are kind of little bumps that he has, but those kind of get shaded off. It's been through the Pokemon Wars. I don't know. It's gone through some shit. It seems some shit, I'll tell you that. Let's erase the previous. We can erase. Have you guessed what Pokemon it is yet? Because that's basically the sketch of it. A little boy. It's not Caterpie. Now we're gonna zoom in on the details and make some lines out of it. Definitely taking shortcuts here. I'm no longer actually fully representing it, I'm more just filling the lines where I would feel like they would go. These, I think this could be just be shaped by coloring. Wurmple. Caterpie is the green guy. I got the name wrong. No worries. It's fine. I guess gotta do these eyes as well. I definitely missed some lines. Now what kind of horrors I do? You traumatize this little fella. No, this little fella's not traumatized. He's fine. See? He's fine. He's fine. We're like deconstructing him as much as possible. You got an egg. A bonus egg. Aha. Congrats. Yeah, there's a bonus egg every stream. Every stream there will be one bonus egg. Alright, let's give him some coloring, huh? I guess I need to finish the lines, otherwise... Well, what happens if we want to draw him instead of in bucket him, huh? We're doing something fast. Pink. Faded pink? Put it at the bottom. What I'm gonna do is color like this. Actually, his horn isn't. And then he's kind of a grayish. Make sure I fill over at least all the spots that would be. And then his sort of tail is a bit of a yellow, little claw thing. I think his eye actually. Eyes yellow. Ooh. There is There's a Wurmple. His legs are actually completely white too. I guess it kind of solves that this is white. This leg is white. Alright, so now I go back, now that I've colored everything that needs to be colored, I go back and start erasing. That's done. This Wurmple's giving you sad vibes. Why? Why is this Wurmple giving you sad vibes? I'm just drawing him. I'm drawing this little buddy. Don't be sad. Be glad. You didn't exist 5 seconds ago. Whoops. I think that's probably too big to try to clear. No. This is not careful enough. I wish is there any erase that is kind of like... Probably if I erase like this, it'd probably be better. Yeah. Gives me a line. Coloring in the line. I guess I'm coloring out of the line. I'm uncoloring the lines. So I think tomorrow what I'll do is start trying to draw out of reference. So I'll be, or maybe I still have to do the squares, do the line puzzle, or not the line puzzle, the line exercise. I'll be able to do straight lines. I still have not done that. But that's definitely something that I need to do at some point. How you doing, Wurmple? You enjoying these clean little lines? Colors? In some way, there is a bit of a charm to color over the lines. That's not what we're doing. No. The fact that I never actually fully filled that eye is actually funny too. Alright, the yellow is done. Now to the gray. Oh, I never finished that. doing? He be chomping. He be eating. He doing everything just right. Little wormhole. Doing. The wormhole song. He's just a happy little guy. Not caring too much about his business. Here you go. You got that line cleaned up. Like I'm washing this little guy. Washing him of all his imperfections. Need to fix that color there too. I gotta do some shading for him as well. Some basic shading, I guess. So now I need to get very small. In his little nooks, little crannies. He is doing okay. I don't know. I find that this is definitely a crude drawing, if anything. Definitely lacks a lot of details, but it sort of has charm. I think maybe I don't know. Maybe it has charm. Maybe it does not. That's all the gray, right? Did I miss? Did I miss or did I undo this? So now I have to fill this. Okay. Back to this layer. I remembered which button is to do that. I couldn't do it on the tablet, but there is a button to basically just quickly color pick what I wanted to do. Nice drawing. Thanks there, Ivy Gaming. I don't think it's particularly that great, but I appreciate your compliment. Oh, I'm gray. I missed here. Just drawing a little boy for my practices of learning how to do digital drawing. We're on day 4. This is all we've gotten to be accomplished in the last 2 hours, so for last hour and 45 minutes. Still good, not gonna lie. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Very kind of you. Very kind. How you doing this wonderful Tuesday? You doing anything crazy? Doing some art? Doing some painting? Nice. Thanks. Alright, let's... Can you tell what Pokemon this is, by the way? Pretty sure you can read the comment to see what Will has said. I do have like a Twitch, YouTube sort of thing, so you can like somewhat talk to each other. But, yeah. back to you. Not gonna lie, I just finished a digital Gojo drawing. Nice. Congrats. How long did it take? Was it very complex? Was it something you were proud of? So, you're doing a great job. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Draw those lines however you want them. Only care if it's your own criticism that matters. Got there. Is it Caterpie? No, it's not Caterpie. It's a Wurmple! But then again, it's not a very popular Pokemon. However, I like my cute little guy. He's cute. Maybe I'll have him nibble on a leaf if I have enough time. I actually have a painting of Wurmple too. Yes, it took 2 days. Hey, that's okay. No worries. No worries. Hey, congrats on doing the painting. I feel like that's a lot of dedication to work on a single piece. Are you happy with the results? Happy with how it turned out? Wait, my friend is a fan of that silly goober. Well, I can say that I'm a fan of them Wurmple. I have him, generally I don't have him in front of my computer, which I am basically, this is a drawing, reference drawing based on a little toy I have of him. But generally I have him set by my plant pot. That's where he hangs out, protects my plants. Everyone loves this silly goober. The little goober, to be honest. There's a lot of very charming Pokemon. And then there's some questionable choices, but, you know, everyone has their own favorite. Mine has been Wurmple ever since I was a child. Or maybe a teenager, I guess. Just, I have a background with this Pokemon. A very odd background, to be honest. Not gonna lie. But yours is also gonna be cool. Nah. I ain't cool. Nothing I do is cool. I just do things because I do them. Again, I'm mostly just doing sketches and basic digital coloring and editing. Just to get more familiar with it. Because I've never done this before. Just trying to learn. I've never used a tablet before in my life. I'm learning to do it as well. I have 2 devices, one for drawing with a digital pen, and the other one's for gaming. Nice. I do some gaming sometimes on the off time. I did some gaming yesterday. Yeah. After I did my art stream, I did some Little Nightmares 2. Good game. Spooky. Scared the hell out of me, though. But I'm brave. I'll keep going through it. I keep going through it. This art thing is more of a thing I've been doing most of November. Or I guess November has only started, so the beginning of November is when I started. Just, I thought I would get better at, well, learning how to do what many people do, which is to draw. I have no artistic talent, I don't think. I did originally take art classes when I was a kid, but that's so long ago that I don't think it counts. And most of it tended to be traditional art rather than the art you see nowadays. To erase. Alright, well, there's my very, very, very interesting Wurmple. You also know Little Nightmares? Yeah. I played the first one for Halloween, and then I'm going through the second one right now. I'm halfway through, made it to the past the hospital, I think, and then I ended the stream there. and then we'll come back at it again soon. Hey, no worries, Will. I'm about to end it anyway. I got about 10 more minutes, and then I'm heading out once more. And if you want to show up again in tomorrow there, Will, I appreciate it. Thank you for your company. You take care. Masterpiece. Missing a few little things. I think we can do them with shading. So like, I take a darker version of this, and so these will be like spikes. Like his butt has some spikes. I don't know. I don't know what those ones. What happens if I do a lighter version? That look like it's a spike? Dev subbing? Well, I appreciate it. You don't have to. I'm just a random person off the internet. But if you like what you see, I very much appreciate your sub. And I hope you enjoy what you see. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't like the sort of... It needs to be... It's sort of like a crescent moon, but I don't know how to make spikes. I feel like flat. The design like this, we'll keep it flat. Oh, little buddy, I think you need a little leaf. You've done a great service. Here, you can munch on a little leaf. So we will. This is not the right layer for that. Just realized we're small content creators. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not a very big guy. On Twitch, I'm a little bigger, but I am very, very tiny. Give you a little leaf. Probably want to group all of these. We can say goodbye to you. That's alright. Again, I don't think you can be rude by stating the obvious, stating the truth. I am a simple man doing simple things. Look like a leaf. No ads for me since you're on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube free brew. YouTube. Can't speak. YouTube free viewing. It's interesting to meet people in both Twitch and YouTube. It's hard to kind of reach out to people nowadays. It's a hard world. For example, I try to use social media from time to time, so that would be like Twitter and Blue Sky and the like. But I'm a no one, so no one's gonna see me. I don't know. I do not know what a leaf actually looks like. I feel like a leaf has a leaf that I'm trying to do here. Probably has like a line here through the middle. No, gotta go. Wish you luck. Hey, thank you very much. Not really trying to become famous, but appreciate your kindness. You have a great day and be cool, as you are. Till next time. Da-da. You be munching on a leaf. I probably should take the lines out. Oh, whoops. I did it on the sketch line too. See if I can fix that. Teach me by Russian. The best we can to clean this. That a bit. We are drawing a little leaf for our wumple. Hey, that'll be fine, I guess. That one's a little brighter. Still needs to be brighter. And we'll make the edges that he's been eating. Because we're basically speed running this one, we're not going to worry too much about the coloration. You know, when you break open a plant, leaves around the sides are kind of a little more, or where the edges are, they're kind of different. Ooh. Now I need to move that a little bit. I kind of have to have it halfway, right? I would want to have part of it in front of it, part of it behind it. But it does mean I have to clean these lines. Let's start cleaning those. Oh, there's some dirt there too. Guess I gotta clean a bunch more. Alright. We're gonna have to subdivide them. Guess we can clone them. And have it be so. How am I doing this one? Freeform. There's a freeform one! That. Gone. Gone. Oh. Need to duplicate these layers again. I think I deleted them. Duplicate. Now I can delete. No. Delete. Delete. Now we want to invert it. Select, invert selection. Delete. Now there's two halves. You're gonna put that bottom, that stays at the bottom. These two go at the top. No, wait. Wrong way? Have a little nibble there. Okay. Bit of a seam here. There you go. Got a little Wurmple, Eden, little Eve. Not much got done today, but something nonetheless. Let's go save these. I don't even know what to call this. Maybe man Wurmple. We'll just call it Wurmple. The 4th day, so we'll save it. We'll also export it. It certainly was a simple drawing, but what can we do? Alright, well, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you very much for everybody who stopped by. Very kind of all of you. Hope you all had the eggs you needed. I'm gonna head out. Oh. Let me just turn off. That's... This is zooming in. This is zooming out. This is somewhere in the middle. Alright, well, thank you for everybody who stopped by. You all very kind. I'll come back at it again tomorrow. More drawings, more learning, more experience. See you all then, and if you're interested in any more, well then, you know where to find me. I'll be here. You're all very cool. See you until then. Bye-bye. Bye. Why? Why? I don't know, I'm being silly. I gotta replenish my brain.